Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a card that I made, kind of a stained glass effect. It's an easel card. Looks like that. I guess you can kind of see. It's just a standard easel card, but I made kind of a stained glass effect out of it, and I wanted to show you how to do it. So let's get started. All right, we're going to start with 4 pieces of black card, and they are all 6 by 6.5. So 6 by 6.5, and 3 of them. Well, actually, there's three of them that are 6 by 6.5, and the other one is 6 by 7.5, and scored at 1 inch there, and then 3 inches from the other side because that's going to create your easel. So the one that's going to create your easel, which is the front, and then 2 of the others, I trimmed in 1 inch all the way around to create a frame, and that'll create your frame that you're going to put your stained glass in. And I did 3 of them because I'm going to put the stained glass effect between these 2 and then put that on the easel, and that'll make it nice and sturdy. So you don't have to do the backing one, but I like to do that because I think it makes it look prettier, so you don't see all of the glue and stuff on the back, and it makes it nice and sturdy when it's standing up. So we're going to set this one to the side for now, and we're going to set this one to the side for now. And we're going to start with, and then you need a piece of acetate, and this is construction weight acetate. And as long as it fits within the aperture, it doesn't matter what size it is. So you can see mine it was a scrap, and it's just like a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch on the side, plenty of room on the other side. That's fine. I just need enough room to glue it on the edges, so it doesn't matter. So you need that piece of acetate. This is construction weight, so it's got the coating on it. So we're going to peel that off. Well, I'll peel that off in a second. Then we're going to cut our die, and this is the rose die, and it's got it goes that way. So it's got an outline. It's a cut in, cut out, one of the cut in, cut out dies. And I'm going to cut it out of black cardstock, and I ran this cardstock through my Xyron. And that just makes it easier to attach to the acetate. You can glue it on or use your dotty tape pen, but if you have a Xyron, it's great. And I like to do it before I run it through, or before I die cut it, because I think it works better. So we're going to go ahead and cut that out. It cut far enough. It didn't cut through all of the backing sheet, but it cut enough that I'll be able to get that off. I'm going to attach my acetate, peel this off, and attach my acetate to my frame. And it doesn't matter because it's all the same, but and I'm going to sandwich it between the two pieces. So you can put it on this one and then sandwich it. So as long as it's on there, then we're going to go ahead and put our other one on the top to go ahead and make our sandwich. Just want to get it perfectly lined up so you have a nice piece of acetate sandwiched between two pieces of black card to create your frame that you're going to work on. Now I've got some strips. These are 1/4 inch wide strips of black cardstock, and I'm going to create my frame on the inside, and these should just fit on the inside. And again, I ran these through the Xyron so they'll fit. We're going to do them this way, 2 like that, and then 1 here and 1 there to create that little square in the middle. But I'm going to put the 2 side ones on first and glue off so I don't get it all over my acetate. I'm going to start with my 2 long ones. And the easiest way to do it is to kind of line this up on your glass mat because you can see through it, so it's kind of perfect. And then we're going to peel our Xyron back and put a 1/2 inch in and just try to line it up straight right on there. And same thing on the other side. Okay, and then we're going to put these 1/2 inch in as well. Down. So use my head. And that just creates that nice little frame. Turn it around, then I won't have to stick my head under the camera. Or not as much. Now, if you wanted, you could trim these so that they didn't cross. They just kind of intersected, but I think it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Now you're going to take just the outside cut, so just the rose border. I almost forgot. I found that coloring on the back of the acetate was too see-through for me. So I put my rose frame or outline, peel it off of there. You got to get the pieces out. Poke all your little bits out and make sure that they're not stuck on the back. Like, see, this one is kind of stuck there. So you turn it over. See, I got a little piece stuck right there. You don't want that on there because if you get little pieces stuck on there, it won't lay flat. So because I found coloring on the acetate just didn't give me enough color, in my opinion, it was too transparent, which if you like that look, just put it right on the acetate and color on the back of the acetate. That works. I preferred this look. So I put it on some vellum. So get it good and attached. Onto your vellum. Then I used my illustrators. So I used Ruby DR4 and Forest Green DG4. And we're just going to color in the pieces onto the vellum. And if you get it onto the black, it doesn't show, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, kind of see it, but not really. But just take your time. I didn't like color. I tried coloring on the back of the vellum too, just to see what it looked like. I thought it looked too muted, the colors. I'll show you in a second what I mean. You can see the color, but like if you colored on the back of the vellum, it's going to look like that. And I didn't like that look. I wanted it more vibrant. So found coloring on the front of the vellum worked perfect. You can use any dye you want. I liked the cut-in, cut-out dyes, or any of the dyes that don't have, because I put it on the vellum, I wanted a dye that was one solid thing, as opposed to some of the larger dyes have like what would be open space in the middle of the die cut, and then either your vellum would show through. If you were going to color on the back of the acetate, then it wouldn't matter. But if you're going to put it on vellum, then it's too hard to trim out that little piece of vellum in the middle of the die cut, and I didn't like the looks of it, so I used this one because it's a solid. And I suppose you can try and use your alcohol different colors and shade and tone if you wanted, but given that I was going for a stained glass look, I just wanted a solid color because that's how stained glass works. Okay. Now on my other one, I actually did color on the acetate on the back side in the squares, and I think I am going to do that again because I liked the looks of that. So just it just adds a little bit. You don't have to do this, but I thought it added a little bit of color to the corners, and that is how stained glass kind of looks, is they often have colors in the corners or on the edges. So like I said, you could have colored the entire rose that way and it would look like this, which is just kind of a little bit too see-through for me. Let me put some white behind it so it looks like that, as opposed to that. So I liked it better this way. But now you got to cut out and just, I guess you could use the die, but I'm just going to fussy cut it because it's pretty quick. Actually, I think what I did on the other one is I cut the vellum with the die, with the outline die, before I stuck it on. Forgot about that. Forgot to do that, but that's okay. It's actually pretty fast and easy to fussy cut. Okay. And then you're going to line your rows up, and you want, essentially, you want the four corners to be on the black, because that's what kind of anchors it and connects it. So something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on the back of this one, some tape pen. And right on the tips where it's going to touch that cardstock, I'm just going to put a little dab of tacky glue. and just line it up where you want it. Just don't put it down until you're happy with where it's going to be. There. Just like that. Get it good and pressed down. I would use my brayer to press it down, except my brayer is still covered in gilding flakes. So there you go. All right, so now we're going to create our card base. That's our top. So we're going to attach this one to this. So let's just get our tape pen. And I'm also going to put some tacky glue on, just one to help it get strong, and it gives me just a little bit of wiggle time. Make sure it's straight. So you just want to line it up, get it right up against that edge, correct side to side, close it down. Okay, and then we're going to put this right on there, and it should line up perfectly. Okay, so we're going to put our tape pen just below the fold there, the score line, which is at 3 inches, or actually I think it was 3 1/4. I don't know, it's halfway up. And then again, I'm going to put some tacky glue on just to give me some wiggle room. And then line this up at the bottom and side to side. And then before you commit it, get it all lined up. It's all straight. Press it down. And that's essentially your card. Just like that. Pretty simple to do. And then I'm just gonna put some mats and layers on the inside, and a stopper to keep it from flopping down. And then that needs some foam tape to raise it up. Just put a little bit of glue on there to help it hold. And then just decide where you want your easel to go. I like mine pretty straight up. So I'm going to put it about right there. Actually, well, thankfully I put some wet glue on there so I can move it just a little bit down. There. Yeah, that's good. And there we go. Looks like that. And you're done. And then you can put anything you want on here and put a sentiment on there, or a ribbon, or whatever. But I haven't decided what sentiment I'm going to use yet, so I'll put anything on there. And so there's your stained glass card. Hope you like that.